The Frenzy is presented by Turf Links, the Central Mass Safety Council, Herb Chambers Toyota of Auburn, and Bay State Savings Bank. Coming up next on the Thanksgiving Day Football Frenzy, the Grafton Indians look to solidify their playoff position as they host the Millbury Woolies. Holy Name travels to the mountaintop as the Naps look to upend Wachusett. Shrewsbury is looking for a potential playoff berth as the Colonials visit Milford. And the Battle of Breezy Bend adds another chapter as unbeaten Prouty visits 9-1 Leicester. The Frenzy starts now.
Hello everyone, happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to the Frenzy. It is the Turkey Day tradition around here. I'm Kevin Shea, he's Andy Lacombe, and so many memories made today. So many players putting the helmets and shoulder pads on for the final time ever. It's an emotional day.
Yeah, emotional for the players, a lot of the fans, the parents that are involved as well, and a lot of, good games coming down to the wire and a lot of memories being built today.
One of the hardest hitting games year in and year out is the Wachusett Holy Name game. And we picked this one up in the fourth quarter. 14-0 Wachusett. Sean Mahoney firing to Kieran Wright. And Wright doing the rest. Barreling inside the 5 down to the 3-yard line. And then it's Kevin Donahue. The Bull plowing into the land of 6. That makes it 14-6. Naps going for 2. Wright on the sweep. Scott Melliker and B.J. Foley coming up big for Wachusett, combining on the stop just short of the goal line. Wachusett going to the air. That's right, throwing. Matt LeBlanc to Nick Champlin. Let him do this more often, huh? Down to the 40-yard line of Holy Name.
Like seeing the Loch Ness Monster.
Matt McMillan for Wachusett with just a tough run, refusing to go down, carrying tacklers an extra 5 yards, and yes, it is a first down. Next play, Champlin powering into the end zone. Got hit around the 5, would not be denied. Shane Murray making sure Wachusett wins big, 21-6.
It feels good. Everyone played hard. The line was great today. Everyone, it's just a great win. These are our rivals. We play so hard just to try and get this win.
It's always a great time to win on Thanksgiving. Great day, you don't want to go home and, watch the highlights, see your team losing. So we work hard week to week, and this one had extra time, and it really showed. We work really hard.
They did indeed a hard-hitting game.
All right, big crowd on hand. Milford hosting Shrewsbury. Remember, Shrewsbury needing this to have a shot in the playoffs. Second quarter, scoreless. Mike Cogshell hitting. Breno, Pisana, and Breno. Nice move. He's in for the score. 6-0 Colonials. Milford then looking to answer through the air. And it's Pisana on defense. High points the football. Kev picks it off.
Love that. Well coached.
6-0 Shrewsbury at halftime. Third quarter, here comes Milford, the big red machine. Tyler Asom, the fullback, running free.
Never met anything but tough kids from Milford.
Asom scores, add the PAT, 7-6 Milford. Shrewsbury, fourth quarter now. Looking a little lateral pass, and Asom blows it up in the backfield, doing it on both ends, playing some defense for the Scarlet Hawks. Then the Milford offense gets to work. Thomas Heitholt getting loose. Heitholt is going to dance himself into the end zone. 13-6 Scarlet Hawks. Shrewsbury looking for a last answer. Looking to throw. It's Asom coming up again. Oh, he just wrangles down the quarterback for the sack. The Milford D would seal it with an interception. Chris Casey has the pick, gets hidden in the crowd, comes out of the crowd, and he goes in. It's a pick 6. The Milford Scarlet Hawks win this one 20-6.
Fitchburg and Leominster, they have played this one over 100 years. Third quarter, tied at 6. Cortez Ludden running hard for a first down to the 32. A few plays later, Tim Luksha slings it out to Justin Bailey, and Bailey will take it to the house. And now it's a 12-6 Leominster lead. Turnabout is fair play. Fitchburg's turn. Kyle Phillips going deep. But Geraldo Rivera is back, and he picks it off for Leominster.
Great interviewer.
Don't know if he's got the mustache. Ensuing drive, fourth quarter, Fitchburg defense making the stop and forcing the punt to take over. 3rd and 9 for the Red Raiders. Quentin Perkins taking it himself, and he will not go down easy. Perkins getting inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. Next play, more Quentin Perkins. Perkins to the land of 6, and we are tied at 12 with just over 3 minutes left in the game.
Make some room.
2-point conversion for the lead. Brandon Herrick coming in, getting the big stick, and we're still tied up at 12 apiece. Leominster wants this one in regulation. 4th and 2. Luxia to Rocco Daignault, getting down to the 28-yard line with 38 seconds left. 10 seconds left in the game. Blue Devils for the win. The Red Raiders swarming, and they block the kick. So we're going to overtime.
We're in the spirit wheel now.
In overtime, first round, it's Luxia taking it himself, stretching, and he breaks the plane for the touchdown. 4th down, it is Kyle Ford, not Luxia, with that touchdown. Nicholas Wilford powers in, it's 18-12 Leominster. Fitchburg, Kyle Sanders gets in to even up the score. Another point after attempt for the win. It's actually going for 2. And the Leominster defense holds, forcing the fumble. So we go to a second overtime. Quentin Perkins taking it himself. He's stripped of the football, and Leominster recovers, the defense resting for the Blue Devils. Leominster's turn. This is Cortez Ludden, we know that. He gets in, the fans are jacked and pumped. Leominster wins in overtime.
Everyone did a great job, so it was a crazy win. We were the underdogs by the newspaper. Our team and our community got behind us. We had a great week of practice, and that's how we won the game. My offensive linemen, they did their job, so that's how we got it in there.
Strike it up, Gardner, and Oakmont playoff berth for Gardner on the line. 3rd quarter, 14-6. Gardner's Jamison Kraft getting some room to run. Jamison Kraft is in, 21-6 Wildcats. And Kraft doing a little something on defense. Oakmont looking to throw. Crafty's back there for the pick. And Gardner holding on defense. Wildcats thinking about putting it away with a long drive, but there's a fumble. And Oakmont recovers. Jackson Sheehan with the recovery. Ensuing drive. It's Sheehan, rather. Barreling down to the 2-yard line. That is Luke Bakanowski. Quarterback sneak for the touchdown. 21-12. Oakmont is rallying. Oakmont going for 2. Sheehan gets the call and gets in. 21-14. It's a 1-touchdown game. 26 seconds left in the game, still 21-14. Bakanowski rolling, firing end zone. Tyler Osborne, touchdown, is it? Wait, it would be called back due to penalty, flag not shown. So 9 seconds left, Bakanowski firing to the end zone. Michael Hiltz, sensational diving catch. Touchdown with 2 seconds left. Oakmont going for 2 in the win. Bakanowski running, the Gardner defense bows up. The Wildcats hold and win a wild one. 21-20, Gardner's going to the playoffs.
Well, we knew that they wanted to keep it in Five's hands, so we just keyed on him, and our defense was able to blow up the hole, and I was able to make a good play, me and my defensive lineman.
Fear anybody, we'll play anybody, anytime. And Burcoat's the one they got you finishing with. So 9th graders, you support the guys out on our field today. 10th and 11th graders, when you're on special teams, you bust your humps. Juniors, you set the tone for next year. And seniors, you finish the chapter of the book right now. What's that chapter gonna be, Andre? What's that chapter gonna be, Gus? What's that chapter gonna be, Bushy? What's that chapter gonna be? What's that chapter gonna be? You come out of this locker room when you're ready to take your helmet and write that last chapter. Let's go!
Sean Mulcahy never disappoints on Turkey Day. It is Burncoat and Doherty.
They must have done some writing because they're out there on the field.
Eddie Frazier coming in for Burncoat and making the sack. The Doherty defense, not to be outdone, playing stout-hearted. That's a gang tackle. Great job flowing to the football. That'll make Steve Buchalia very happy. Ben Sadie then, coming in on the blitz. And they are bringing the house. Doherty is with a big sack.
How could you pick against Doherty, Kevin Shea?
I don't know. Tim Bushy to Kyle Lamoureux, picking up a good chunk. Then it's Alex Abreu Alicier getting the call. He's into the land of 6-0 Doherty. Second quarter. Will Franco on the end around, showing off the speed. Franco gets across or close to midfield. Doherty marching. Abreu Alicier on the direct snap and takes it for 6 yards. And then it's Tim Bushy out of the shotgun, looking end zone, lofts it up for Santana for 6. Doherty wins on Turkey Day, 18-7.
I'm thankful for tradition. Tradition of beating Algonquin on Thanksgiving Day game. Thankful for the tradition of Westboro football. And the tradition of Big Fat Mama that I want to hear after this game.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Guys, it's tradition. It is Westboro football. This is what we are here for. One play at a time. Focus on the play. Get after that play. Got it? Coach? From here, we got to go up. We got to get seniors outside. We're going to go through. Guys, it's all game time from now on. Game time. Got it? Let's go.
Cerebral Mark Ellis getting his team, the Rangers, ready. And here comes Westboro as they take on Kyle McGinnity and the Algonquin Tomahawks. Here's McGinnity. He's ready to go. First quarter, Algonquin on the move. McGinnity hitting Bo Yurkovicius for a T-Hawk first down. A few plays later, McGinnity looking upstairs. Travis Rafferty for 15 yards. He was ruled down by contact. Later in the drive, 4th and goal, McGinnity's pass for Rafferty is deflected by Anthony Phillips, and the Westboro defense comes up with a hold. Second quarter coming in. Coming off a low battery. The videographer had to change the battery. How about that? Double pass, but McGinnity breaks it up and picks it off for Algonquin. Defensive showdown in the first half, scoreless at the half, but Westboro scores twice in the second and beats Algonquin 14-0.
Neshoba and North Middlesex from John E. Young Memorial Field. Opening kickoff of the game. North Middlesex receiving. Here come the Chieftains on special teams from Neshoba. Oh, beautiful hit. Pops the football free, and Neshoba recovers. A couple plays later. Will Hurley hands off to Randy Patterson. Neshoba up 7-0.
Randy.
Later in the first, it is Hurley to Connor Wyan. That goes for 6. It's 14-0 Neshoba. Still in the first. Hurley hands it off to Carol Bailey, and Bailey rumbles for a first down. We're going to have more from Hurley. Is he passing? Is he handing off? This time he's handing off to Kevin Bootner. And Bootner's not going to stop until he's in the land of 6. 21-0 Neshoba in front. Second quarter action now. North Middlesex punting. And again, here come the special teams from Neshoba. Loose football. The Chieftains recover. Ron Hamway in the end zone for the touchdown. Neshoba goes on to win 47-0 is your final.
St. John's and SPM oldest continuous Catholic school rivalry Thanksgiving Day or something like that, and hopefully it continues. We'll see. Pick it up late in the second, 34-0 St. John's. Dan Light hitting Richard Rogers over the middle into SPM territory. Then more from SJ. A little screen pass set up here to John Vassar, and Vassar gets the legs moving and churning. He's got some good vision, keeps the drive going. Danny Light then looking downfield, has the time, finds Rogers at about the 12-yard line. Rogers taking it down there at Fitton, where his dad is the defensive coordinator. Then Light rolling right, great touch on the pass to Christian Domain, wide open in the end zone. 40-0 St. John's at halftime. St. Peter Marion coming right back. They're not going to just let this one sit. Here comes SPM moving the ball. Lamar Edmonds to Kyle Macri. making sure he doesn't come down with it. Hit of the day there, the big hit. Then it's Jay Mundy, the nice catch. First down, he takes it to the St. John's 10. Same drive, fourth quarter, Brian O'Connor blasts it in, 6 for SPM. SPM falls, though. St. John's wins 40-14.
I actually had a grandfather playing this game in 1952, and goes back so far. I mean, you get really excited to come out and be part of something that's bigger than you, bigger than any one of us, and come out and just play hard. You know, we wanted to catch a momentum going into the playoffs. Worked hard all week, came out clicking on offense, great defense, ready for the playoffs.
All right, Danny Light and Richard Rogers, the two award winners, too, in that game for St. John's. And I'm looking at that Leominster-Fitchburg game, and they have played this game well over 100 years. And you know what? Another instant classic here today. Goes to double overtime. Leominster wins, and they do it with defense, holding in the overtime periods.
Yeah, that's a huge game. A lot of emotions running high in that one. You know, Wachusett comes out, they play physical, and they get a victory over Holy Name. Remember, a couple of years ago it was Holy Name that shocked everybody, beat Wachusett, then they derailed the Pain Train. So this game is never, always in doubt. Wachusett comes out, they play physical, they let LeBlanc throw the football. It was it's like seeing the Loch Ness Monster, yep. Kev. And there you go, Wachusett with a win. Great defensive battle by the Mountaineers today.
And you look at the Doherty game, too, the Inter-High battle at Commerce Bank Field. Doherty finishes the year on a great run, and this is something the Highlanders can build upon in the offseason. The coaching staff will certainly look to do that, but it gives Doherty a great boost of confidence with the way they finished out the last 5 games of the season, and to win on Turkey Day makes everything sweeter. You go into the offseason with a smile on your face, and you go home and the turkey tastes a little sweeter.
And a good win for Mark Ellis and Westboro as well. They play defense, and as Westboro always does, the defense keeps them into the second half, and the Rangers get a win.
All right, plenty more to come on our Thanksgiving Day football frenzy. Stay with us.
Bison Pride is the feeling that you get when you're with all of your Nichols friends and you're rooting for your team and your school and your community.
Even though we are a smaller school, you feel the big school vibe here.
Local news from Central Massachusetts for Central Massachusetts.
High levels of PCB were found in tests around windows and doors. A Holden barn is severely damaged after a fire rips through the structure.
And an in-depth local forecast.
I never had a face for television.
I'm a little jealous of the kids that have this ability to go away to college. Spring break! That was a coffee break for me and a cigarette.
I get up early every morning with one thing in mind. I want my audience to be informed, engaged, and entertained.
I'm Lisa Condit from the Hanover Theater. Join me every Thursday during Worcester News Tonight at 10 p.m. for the Hanover Theater This Week.
Join me on the Hank Stoltz Experience. People are always asking me, what is the experience? Well, that's the beauty of it. It's everything that has to do with Central Massachusetts.
Welcome to Chamber Exchange, a TV show. My name is Tim Murray, President and CEO of the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce.
Welcome to the Mayor's Forum. I'm Mayor Joe Petty.
Welcome to Central Mass Chronicles. My name is Alan Fletcher. I am your host.
Hello and welcome, WooTube viewers. Thank you for joining us for another episode.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show. I'm Kevin Shea, alongside the head coach of the Holy Cross Crusaders, Bill Gibbons.
Up next on the Friday Night Football Frenzy. First quarter, Wachusett Sam Brewer with a big run.
Shot, score! Oh, look at that score! And the Railers get back-to-back goals.
The Pod Sox are going to win it.
Bison Pride is the feeling that you get when you're with all of your Nichols friends and you're rooting for your team and your school and your community.
Even though we are a smaller school, you feel the big school vibe here.
Coming up on the Thanksgiving Day Football Frenzy, city rivals square off at the General's Den as Burncoat faces Doherty. It's a South County battle as Shepherd Hill visits Tantascwa. Blackstone Valley rivals face off as Millbury takes on Grafton.
and it's one of the state's oldest rivalries when Southbridge visits Bartlett. The Frenzy on Charter TV3. The Frenzy is presented by the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia and Bay State Savings Bank.
All right, welcome back. Always one of my favorite parts of the show when you get to hear Ken Guerin's pregame speech at Blackstone Valley Tech, and on Thanksgiving it is that much better.
The battle for Upton, we have had preordained male babies ready. Yep. God made Thanksgiving for football.
True.
Today we get a little of that, but a little more fire from Coach Guerin. Let's go inside the locker room. The Battle of Upton inside the Valley Tech locker room.
When you enter this locker room, ask yourself, do you want to be a champion? When you leave this locker room, ask yourself, do you want to be a champion? There's only one answer, and each and every one of you guys answered it yes. That's why we're here today. That's why we're playing this game today. We win, we know we go. It doesn't matter who we play. Nothing else matters except today. One last thing. Come on, John! We ended every locker room speech. If you don't go out and play like a champion today, then we will not win. But if you go out and play like a champion, play a champion, play a champion, play a champion,
Where did he go?
He got swallowed up.
Where did he go in that pile? All right, here we go. Another classic, Valley Tech. Robert Holmes hitting Attila Karen. Kara for a first down. Look, he takes a big hit and just keeps on going. Same drive. The Fighting Beavers throwing, but this time it's James Schwenderman. Schwenderman with the pick. I believe he's just a sophomore for Nipmuc, and the Warriors going to work. Michael Smith hitting Chris Refarth. Refarth takes a pop. He's got a first down, and Nipmuc is driving. Then Smith, the lefty, airing it out for Refarth. End zone touchdown, a 35-yard touchdown hookup, 7-0 Nipmuc. Valley Tech comes back. They win this one 24-16. Great speech from Coach Guerin.
The Colonel's Cup at stake. Tingsboro at Groton Dunstable. Third quarter, 28-21 Groton Dunstable. Tingsboro's Ben Durand to Chris Michaud. Michaud down the sideline, just bumped out of bounds inside the red zone.
Oh.
Worked once, they're going to try it again.
Like
Durand.
The socks.
Firing to Michaud again. This time he stretches across the plane for the touchdown. We are all tied up at 28 apiece. Fourth quarter now. Ryan Voltaggio. Handing it off to Shane Penny. And Penny's got some open air inside the 5-yard line. First and goal, Voltaggio. On the keeper. In untouched for the touchdown. 35-28 Groton Dunstable. Send off the Muskets. The Minutemen are here.
It's going off, lads.
Later on, Voltaggio to Brian Murphy. Hangs on, takes a huge stick. It's a touchdown. Coach Asadorian.
Oh.
The Minutemen fire off again. Coach Asadorian drinking water from the cup. Groton Dunstable wins 42-28.
Today's a real special game for us. Thanksgiving's, a great tradition in Massachusetts. And, our guys have battled all year. We have a very young team. No one really expected us to have this type of season, and to top it off with a win on Thanksgiving and earn our way into the playoffs is just real special.
Well, last year I didn't play that much, but still it was a heartbreaker with the loss and such a close game, and then just to come back and get them with a overpowering victory was great.
Oh, he is straight from the cup, and then he puts the cup on. Littleton in air. Here we go. Right out of the gate.
Spirit of Isaac Davis.
Onside kick to Sean Taylor. Recovering it for Air. Air then running the ball well. Austin Lucky powering through for a first down. Would you rather be good or lucky? Why not? Lucky charm. Austin Lucky converting on fourth down, and Air keeps moving. A few plays later, Austin Lucky gets in from 6 yards out, gets in for 6 rather, to make it 6-0 Panthers. Panthers going for 2. Sylvester Marshall out of the Wildcat. Takes a hit, finds his way in. It's 8-0 Air. Littleton trying to establish the run, but the Air defense very tough, forcing a punt on the drive. Next Littleton drive is Sean Taylor. Getting the sack of the quarterback, 10-yard loss there. Then it's Kyle Montemagno for Littleton, throwing to the end zone. Intercepted by Lindsey Mullen, a fantastic grab. Ayers got it all rolling. They just come off the win over WB, and here we go on Thanksgiving Day. Tigers threatening again, 4th and 13 on the 23. Montemagno throw, but he's sacked by Anthony Burwell. Ayer wins this one. They get a shutout, 8-0. The Panthers are back.
And then listen, the most important thing, play the right way. Play the game of football the way it's meant to be played. Physical, smart, tough, aggressive football within the rules. You huddle each other up. You walk away from anything that isn't right, that should be going on out there, and you play football. And when you do those things, you're going to be very successful. Let's go.
Let's go! Let's go! We don't lose today! Get eight today! Let's go!
All right, Narragansett and Murdoch. Opening drive, Narragansett punt. Dominic Polcari is popped by Dan Eaton. It's loose and recovered by Darren Dugai. Same possession or next possession ensuing, whichever you prefer. Cody Savoy, the rushing touchdown, 6-0 Narragansett. Now it's Murdoch on offense. Dominic Polcari breaking free. Polcari kicking it into gear. Great wheels. You will not catch him.
Great effort from the linebacker, though.
In for the touchdown at 7-6, Murdoch. Still in the first quarter, Gansett. Savoy marching down the right sideline. Savoy knocked out at the 32-yard line. Next play, it is Cody Savoy again. Great blocking up front. Savoy through the hole. He explodes into the land of 6. 12-7, Gansett after 1. Second quarter, Jeremiah Stancombe going deep to Jason Govan. Govan hauls it in. Beautiful pass. And he's inside the 10. Savoy gets the handoff, barrels in for 6. 2-point conversion, putting Gansett up 20-7. Narragansett wins 44-28.
We are here for the seniors. It is their last high school football game. It is their last hurrah. It is their last time that they'll be able to step on a high school football field. You guys need to be here for them. These 3 young men have been here for you all season long. You 45 guys better step up for these 3 guys and get it done today.
Let's go.
Get it done today.
Let's go. Let's go.
Work hard from the first whistle to the last whistle.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Okay, we're going to break it down.
Let's go.
Who are we? Who are we? Who are we?
Dave Tingloff and West Boylston ready for Quabbin and the Reservoir Bowl. First drive for Quabbin, MJ Briggs with some tough running. Will not go down easy on the frozen tundra in the hinterlands. Anthony Brooks behind some good blocking. And now the Quabbin drive continuing. Same drive, 3rd and 6. It is Brooks with a huge first down, pinballing off tacklers. 3 plays later, MJ Briggs into the line, out of the line. Land of 6. 6-0 Quabbin. West Boylston answering. Colby Bostic takes the handoff, gets to the outside, breaks 2 tackles, and now Bostic just breaks it into gear. Down the sideline, will he go? Knocked out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Dan Polnaro rolling, looking end zone. Pass is tipped. Kenny Goodnow for Quabbin with a Chuck Cecil-like big hit. 3rd and goal. Polnaro on the QB sneak. Second effort, and he drives across the goal line for the touchdown. Ties it up at 6. Quabbin goes on to win, though. 21-6 is your final. They capture the Reservoir Bowl.
You really like Chuck Cecil.
Oh, I love him.
Hey, how about the Hawks? Hudson and Marlboro. This is an old, ancient rivalry now. The Hawks visiting Marlboro, 107th edition. 4th quarter, Hudson trying to hang to a 6-0 lead. Jake Wardwell is picked off by Marlboro's Eric Roberts from the best of the best series. No, that's not him. First down, Panthers, 3 minutes
He's still
remaining.
a terrible actor.
He's a great actor and a great American. 2nd and 3, Austin Garvey getting 4, and it's a Marlboro first down. Then they work the pitch. Andre Carbonell, but Ryan Wardwell with a great pop from his linebacker position.
This road's closed.
After the last Panther timeout, little over a minute to play, Dennis Duplessis, pump fakes going upstairs. Adam Serra, the intended receiver, but Brian Grassa picks it off. For the first time in 4 years, the Hawks are victorious on Thanksgiving Day, 6-0 over Marlboro. Afterwards, the Hawks talking about the victory.
It's actually a dream come true. I love it, man. We worked so hard this summer. We busted our butts in the weight room, outside, doing our sprints, doing everything that we had to do, film. You know, I give them respect, though. They were a tough team, and it was no pushover. But, hey, the rivalry's here.
It was a great win. I'm never going to forget it. We came out strong, defense and offense. All we needed was 6 points, and you know what? We did it.
With the mic, with
There
the trophy.
you go.
I love it.
Commander George Bebo protecting the trophy. The Webster Dudley Post. The 91st meeting between Bartlett and Southbridge at Memorial Field. Second quarter, 8-6 Southbridge. Pioneers, Jose Rosario finding an opening. Look out! David Burris, he still looks like he has all CAA speed. He almost trucked me on the sideline. First down for Southbridge after the 44-yard run. 2 plays later, Bartlett D forcing a fumble. Justin DeFreitas recovering it, and it's 8-6 Southbridge at the half. So to the third quarter, Bartlett forced the punt from their own end zone. Damian Carlos picking it up. Carlos gets one block right there. And then Carlos doing the rest. Cut back there. 55 yards.
Great mass
to the house. That's how we say it down in Webster.
There. Not
How about
here,
that?
But there.
How about this? Josh McNeil, quarterback, injured QB, can't throw, so he's out there, the seniors kicking with the arm brace on, makes the PAT 15-6 Southbridge. That is a senior leader right there. Early in the fourth quarter, 4th and goal for Bartlett. Southbridge D, Chad Lazo and the Young Guns coming up with the stop. Another chance for Bartlett. Ricky Spooner here in the fourth, rolling. Going upstairs, look at this. Jonathan Morton, he takes a Chuck Cecil hit, hangs on, he knows it, big first down. Next play, DJ Kirby Thomas. This DJB Kirby T. He is going in. Bartlett gets the 2 points, it's 15-14. Southbridge trying to run out the clock, but the Bartlett defense, Connor McCarthy and crew, hold on there on 4th and short. So the Indians take over with under 2 minutes left. They get a last chance here, 47-yard field goal with time running out. The kick is short. The Pioneers, they recover, they celebrate, and Southbridge wins 15-14.
We had like broken ankles, broken arms, but we keep working hard, very hard all the time. In practice, no matter what, we put our hearts out 110%. We got it closed in hard, and we did it good. We did it perfect.
Yeah, and they're talking about, Jose Rosario talking about all the injuries that Southbridge has had to deal with this year. You see the quarterback, Josh McNeil, he comes on as a senior. He can't throw the football. He can't take that many hits, but still kicks, and it ultimately becomes the game-winning point, that PAT, 15-14 Southbridge, a total effort from a team that's been banged up and kept fighting all year.
And a team that's been banged up and has had their share of injuries this year is Quabbin. It's been a tough season for the Panthers. They hang in, they continue to play and continue to hit on each and every play. A big win today on Turkey Day over West Boylston at home. Again, something to build on for Quabbin as they go into the offseason. Plenty more for us to come on the Thanksgiving Day Football Frenzy. Stay with us.
Bison Pride is the feeling that you get when you're with all of your Nichols friends and you're rooting for your team and your school and your community.
Even though we are a smaller school, you feel the big school vibe here.
Local news from Central Massachusetts for Central Massachusetts.
High levels of PCB were found in tests around windows and doors. A Holden barn is severely damaged after a fire rips through the structure.
And an in-depth local forecast.
I never had a face for television.
I'm a little jealous of the kids that have this ability to go away to college. Spring break! That was a coffee break for me and a cigarette.
I get up early every morning with one thing in mind. I want my audience to be informed, engaged, and entertained.
I'm Lisa Conant from the Hanover Theater. Join me every Thursday during Worcester News Tonight at 10 p.m. for the Hanover Theater This Week.
Join me on the Hank Stoltz Experience. People are always asking me, what is the experience? Well, that's the beauty of it. It's everything that has to do with Central Massachusetts.
Welcome to Chamber Exchange, a TV show. My name is Tim Murray, President and CEO of the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce.
Welcome to the Mayor's Forum. I'm Mayor Joe Petty.
Welcome to Central Mass Chronicles. My name is Alan Fletcher. I am your host.
Hello and welcome, WooTube viewers. Thank you for joining us for another episode.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show. I'm Kevin Shea, alongside of the head coach of the Holy Cross Crusaders, Bill Gibbons.
Up next on the Friday Night Football Frenzy. First quarter, Wachusett Sam Brewer with a big run.
Shot, score! Oh, look at that, score! And the Railers get back-to-back goals.
The Pod Sox are going to win it.
Bison Pride is the feeling that you get when you're with all of your Nichols friends and you're rooting for your team and your school and your community.
Even though we are a smaller school, you feel the big school vibe here.
Coming up on the Thanksgiving Day Football Frenzy, city rivals square off at the General's Den as Burncoat faces Doherty. It's a South County battle as Shepherd Hill visits Tantascwa. Blackstone Valley rivals face off as Millbury takes on Grafton. And it's one of the state's oldest rivalries when Southbridge visits Bartlett. The Frenzy on Charter TV3. The Frenzy is presented by the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia and Bay State Savings Bank.
Welcome back, everyone. The Battle of Breezy Bend has been played for years. The stakes possibly never higher than they are this year with Leicester, with David Prouty, with where things are going to shake out, and will that Prouty streak end? Leicester wants to stop it. Let's take you now before the game and some of the Leicester coaching staff with a pregame speech.
I got like two things to say, and Rigo's going to finish. Who am I?
Champion.
Who am I?
I'm a champion.
Who am I?
I'm a champion.
Boys, all we got to do is outhill. That's all we got to do. What did I tell you in the meeting? Okay? I don't have to see it. I got to hear it. I got to hear it. All right, boys. Bring it up, man. Bring it up. Let's go. Let's on three. 1, 2, 3.
Tim Griffiths first, Rigo Alfonso second for Leicester. And here comes Prouty, walking in. Pick it up in the first quarter, scoreless game. Zach Grassis on the opening drive for Prouty.
Did they walk from Spencer?
With a big run.
I think they walked from Spencer.
Very next play, Patrick Ricard. Ricard breaking away, 50 yards. He stretches across the goal line, takes it in for 6. They got the 2-point conversion. It's 8-0 Prouty. Ensuing Leicester drive. Trevor Cheruzik hitting the hole. 18 yards for Cheruzik and a Leicester first down. After a Prouty pass interference penalty gave Leicester a first down, it's Christian Roderick to Tim O'Leary. O'Leary with a 7-yard gain. 2 plays later, 3rd and 17 for Leicester. Roderick, screen pass to Cheruzik. Cheruzik has some blockers, hurdles a man, steps through a tackle into the end zone. 2-point conversion, no good, so it's 8-6 Prouty in front. Next Leicester drive, Cheruzik on the handoff, up the sideline, right into your living room, all over your pumpkin pie. 21 yards for a Wolverine first down.
I didn't want that anyway.
Second quarter, now same drive for Leicester. And it's Cheruzik again. Great move into the land of 6. 2-point conversion was good. Leicester taking a 14-8 lead. Could the streak be in jeopardy? Next Prouty drive, 3rd and 2, Mike Grassis. Keeping it himself on the option, picking up the first down all the way down to the Wolverine 38-yard line. 4 plays later, it is Zach Grassis. On the handoff, up the middle. 6 yards to pay dirt. 16-14 Prouty at the half. 3rd quarter now. After Prouty recovered a fumble on the kickoff, it's Zach Grassis. Great cut. Finally brought down by Troy Grendrell, but it's 1st and goal for the Panthers at the Leicester 6. 2 plays later, Mike Grassis on the keeper, in for the touchdown. He did his work in the weight room. 24-14 Prouty. Later in the 3rd, Mike Grassis getting through. He's in for 6. Prouty wins 32-14. After the game, Zach Grassis was named MVP, and he talked about the Prouty undefeated season.
Feels great. We did it last year, so we knew we wanted to get there again. We're there, and now we can't let up. We got first round playoffs, don't know who it's going to be yet, and then hopefully the Super Bowl.
Today, it's about an opponent in black and orange who wants nothing more to beat you. They win today, their season is fine. Everything went well. This is their Super Bowl. To me, this is your legacy. You're number 114. What are they going to talk about? Who made the play on Thanksgiving Day? Who stepped up? We've been begging some of you guys to step up all year. Perfect day to do it. You got everybody here. You got kids that graduated last year that you played with. On the way out, if you have time, ask them if they wish they were down here with you right now. I can guarantee the answer. They do.
Steve Falconer gave a speech earlier in the year. He crushed it, so he's back for the encore on Thanksgiving Day. 114 years of Northbridge football. Hosting Uxbridge here at LaSalle Field. First play of the game. Pitch to Greg O'Donnell. Option pass. Sniffed out by Uxbridge. Dan Tessier there with the pick for the Spartans. Fourth down for Uxbridge. Tim Bodette on the sweep. Corey Pryor. Oh, he reads it well for the stop. The Rams take over on downs, and here come the Rams. Little pitch out to Harrison Murphy. How about that? A pitch to a tight end. Coach Losh will run with everybody but a running back. The Spartans rumble, or rather, the Rams rumble to the Spartans 14. Then it's Tom Murphy, a little play action. Hitting Colby Brochu, and Brochu doing the rest. 25 yards for the score. The Rams up 7-0. Second quarter, Rams on the move again. It's Murph. Hey, Murph. Hitting O'Donnell and Big O.D. Rumbling into Spartan territory. Fourth and goal now. Coming up for Northbridge. We really should do a lacrosse pregame speech next year with Falconer. Murphy looking for his brother. Picked off, though, by Seth Gordon of the Uxbridge Spartans. But Northbridge hangs on and wins this one 21-13.
There's nothing greater than defending your home turf here in our stadium and making somebody else go home and have a real bad taste in their mouth when they eat their turkey.
Aaron Powell, the Tantascwa coach, getting his troops ready. Tantascwa Shepherd Hill. First possession for the Hill. Evan Jean-Guillaume in for the touchdown. 2-point conversion, Guillaume again. In for two, it is 8-0 Shepherd Hill. Tantascwa answering. Alex Lucas on the quarterback draw. Will not be denied. He's in for the touchdown. So 2-point conversion to tie it. Lucas to Kyle LaValle, and we have ourselves an 8-8 ball game. Shepherd Hill with their answer. The Wilga Beast. Anthony Wilga running hard through the defense. And a 32-yard touchdown run for Wilga. 14-8 Shepherd Hill. Tantascwa looking to come right back. Joe Green busting into the secondary. Stripped of the football. Great defense from Shepherd Hill, and it is the Rams recovering. Ensuing series, Drew Ravenel to Cody Peck, and Peck doing the rest. 42 yards for the touchdown. Shepherd Hill goes on to win 43-22.
Michael will forever be number 99. And always number one in our hearts. Thank you.
Nice tribute at Oxford for Mike Elsesser, the Oxford player who passed away last week. And look at this, first play from scrimmage. Oxford with just 10 men on defense as a tribute to Mike. Auburn taking a knee, and the captains hand the game ball to Mr. Elsesser. Outstanding tribute done by the Oxford community and the Auburn community today. First Auburn possession into the football. Now it's Fred Taylor, the Wildcat, following Dan Flink into the end zone. 7-0 Auburn. Oxford trying to answer. Play action on their first play. Not fooled to Stephen Wallace. Bones with the pick six, and Auburn is up 13-0. Next Auburn drive, Dan Flink. Flink breaking off a big run. Getting rewarded for all the blocking. Flink deep into Oxford territory. Sets up Marcus Backlund upstairs to Fred Taylor. Fast Freddie Taylor's in for a touchdown, 19-0 Auburn. Following a Flink interception. It's Auburn's Jeremy LaValle now in the second quarter, following Marcus Pettigrew into the land of 6. 26-0 Auburn. Oxford not going away. Nick Stockhouse getting time, hits Kayvon Lewis. Lewis has a first down for the Pirates. And on the next play, it's Stockhouse. Look at this ball. Just laying one up for Jeff Bolio behind the defense. A 40-yard strike, 26-6. The Pirates played hard, and they did Mike proud. But Auburn victorious in this one, 33-14.
Millbury and Grafton at the half. Millbury up 21-0 in this one. First play of the second half. It is Brandon Richards. Up the middle, gets a great hole. Richards has the speed, he's got the power, and he's gone. 50 yards on the touchdown run, 28-0 Woolies. Indians looking to answer. But the Millbury defense, led by Andrew Ekstrom and Randy Mogren, stuffing the play. Indians then breaking through. Matt Bradley into the open, gets a couple good blocks, and gets those knees pumping into the land of 6. 28-7 is our score right here. Woolies bringing the shovel because it's time to go to work, and the offense does. Richards on the sweep. Looked inside, now cuts it to the outside, shows his speed, gets inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. Kyle Fennelly from the shotgun. Beautiful throw to Ekstrom, who goes up and gets the football in the corner of the end zone. 2-point conversion, putting the Woolies up 36-7. That's your final. Millbury wins 36-7.
We had a good solid win. We played good first half and second half. Offensively, I think we came out fired, and we got a first touchdown first couple series.
We did our job, and we really executed well today, and I was excited to see it. It's good to see going to the playoffs.
All right, last night, the Civil War at the General's Den, North and South. Pick it up. First quarter, no score. North going for it on fourth down. The South defense bowing up and holding. Then South driving. Mike Wright evading tacklers. Sweeping down to the 37-yard line. Later in the drive, Frank Ansa taking the handoff and picking up a first down. Ansa lost the ball, but out of bounds. It's first down for South. A couple plays later, David Green looking upstairs. Green fighting off of sack, and he hits Hugh Day in the end zone. Makes it 6-0 Colonels. Hugh Day. Next South drive, 1st and 10. Green tossing it to Ansa. Little halfback option pass is picked up by Willie Rangel in North. Second quarter now, Green running the option, hit as he pitches. Ansa picks it up. He reverses field. And how about this? You know, North and South don't have a lot of wins between them, but they run hard and they play hard, and they're doing their teams proud. South winner last night, 22-6.
Quabog and Ware. Quabog honoring Mike Elsesser as well. So many teams around the area wearing the 99 on their helmet. Quabog's Derek Bish on the reverse. Well designed, very well executed. Bish in for the score. It's 8-0 after the 2-point conversion. After a Ware touchdown, makes it 8-7. Ensuing kickoff. Nick Mandigo is one of the up men. He just takes it and busts it straight up the gut. That's North and South running. 14-7, Quabog in front. Second quarter. The great Santucci, Jonathan Santucci. He's in for the touchdown. 20-7, Quabog. Next Quabog possession. Santucci doing it again. Behind some great blocking, he's in for the score. Jake Thompson, one of the men leading the way. It's 28-7 Quabog. After the Cougars recover a fumble. Quabog striking. Bish on the touchdown run. 35-7 Quabog in front. And now Quabog's going to go to the air. Jimmy Zalatoris hooking up with Thompson for the score. Quabog goes on to win 48-15.
Monty Tech and Neshoba Tech also last night. This is up in Westford. It was cold, but the Monty Tech coaches don't mind. They're wearing shorts. First quarter, Monty Tech's Evan Martin breaking out. Martin's got a 34-yard run down to the Neshoba Tech 13. It's first down. A couple plays later, it's Martin breaking through the middle for a touchdown. 7-0, Monty Tech. The Vikings and a young elf enjoying the game. Hey, it's almost the spirit of Christmas, but the Viking fans are there.
Santa, give me a big hammer, give me a sword, and some elk.
Neshoba running. Aaron Martin, Dean Mangiacotti combining a big hit. They force the fumble, and Monty Tech recovers. Neshoba Tech, their defense blows up. Aaron Forrest getting the sack. The Vikings defense holds Monty Tech, who was in the Neshoba Tech red zone. And then in the second quarter, Neshoba Tech driving. Matt Boudelier, he had a big night last night, couple of scores, picks up a first down here, sets up Tom Bavis, barreling in for a touchdown. Neshoba Tech wins this one 20-7.
Lunenburg fans enjoying the night at St. Bernard's. And Judge, can I get a ruling on this? If you're going to wear the shorts, you can't hike the socks all the way up to your knees.
I like it.
You got to show the bare legs if you're going to do that. Fourth quarter, Lunenburg up 35-8. Ryan Havey with the touchdown. It is 42-8. You know, St. Bernard's led this game 8-0, so 42 unanswered points by Lunenburg.
You're not far off from mowing your lawn with black socks.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to make a fashion statement. I'm just old. St. Bernard's Jake DiBattista to Garrett Mahoney. Mahoney, great job. First of all with the catch, then stays in bounds, then the backward stiff arm. Getting as many yards as he can. Brett Franciosi in for the touchdown, 42-14. And the Saints aren't done. After they recover an onside kick, DiBattista rolling. Under pressure, is going to tuck it and run. Good field vision. Cuts it back again. In for the touchdown. But Lunenburg wins this one, 42-22, your final. Now let's take a look at all the scores from around the area. All right, well, the Prouty-Lester game, the Battle of Breezy Bend, was a big one, and this was a close game early on, too. A 2-point game at the half. Prouty showing that championship touch, though. The streak continues, and that's a well-earned victory for David Prouty.
And I'm impressed with Millbury and the way they powered through a very good Grafton team, and impressed again by the Oxford, Sutton, all the different communities that were touched by a 16-year-old man in Mike Elsesser, an outstanding tribute to him. And touched, by the way, Auburn, and all the communities kind of came together in this one. Auburn still looked very, very good. And that's a tough game to play when you know the emotions on the other side.
Certainly is. Tough to see that the Clinton-Maynard game did not get played this year. It's certainly a financial hit for Clinton, but for those seniors for Clinton, they don't get that last game of the season. I know they're going to be going on and playing in the playoffs, but it is a shame because Maynard has a proud tradition. We played them on Thanksgiving Day. This is back in 1986. Back then, Maynard could have fielded a 12-player team. That's a Chuck Cecil hit. 12-player team and still competed.
Who made that hit?
160 pounds of fury.
Kevin Shea, number 10.
Cy Clark. They had Jamie Mariani, Jack Primiano, Timmy Connors. It's a shame. They need to get the pride back in the orange and black.
Well, what's the shame is we didn't show any of your interceptions in that game.
I edited that. I edited
your
myself.
Plays. That's garbage.
That's the power when you can edit.
Who won that game?
Maynard 21-3.
Take a break.
Bison Pride is the feeling that you get when you're with all of your Nichols friends and you're rooting for your team and your school and your community.
Even though we are a smaller school, you feel the big school vibe here.
Local news from Central Massachusetts for Central Massachusetts.
High levels of PCB were found in tests around windows and doors. A Holden barn is severely damaged after a fire rips through the structure.
And an in-depth local forecast.
I never had a face for television. I'm a little jealous of the kids that have this ability to go away to college. Spring break! That was a coffee break for me and a cigarette.
I get up early every morning with one thing in mind. I want my audience to be informed, engaged, and entertained.
I'm Lisa Condit from the Hanover Theater. Join me every Thursday during Worcester News Tonight at 10 p.m. for the Hanover Theater This Week.
Join me on the Hank Stoltz Experience. People are always asking me, what is the experience? Well, that's the beauty of it. It's everything that has to do with Central Massachusetts.
Welcome to Chamber Exchange, a TV show. My name is Tim Murray, President and CEO of the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce.
Welcome to the Mayor's Forum. I'm Mayor Joe Petty. Welcome to Central Mass Chronicles. My name is Alan Fletcher. I am your host.
Hello and welcome, WooTube viewers. Thank you for joining us for another episode.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show. I'm Kevin Shea, alongside the head coach of the Holy Cross Crusaders, Bill Gibbons.
Up next on the Friday Night Football Frenzy. First quarter, Wachusett Sam Brewer with a big run.
Shot, score! Oh, look at that score! And the Railers get back-to-back goals.
The Pod Sox are going to win it.
Bison Pride is the feeling that you get when you're with all of your Nichols friends and you're rooting for your team and your school and your community.
Even though we are a smaller school, you feel the big school vibe here.
Coming up on the Thanksgiving Day Football Frenzy, city rivals square off at the General's Den as Burncoat faces Doherty. It's a South County battle as Shepherd Hill visits Tantascwa. Blackstone Valley rivals face off as Millbury takes on Grafton. And it's one of the state's oldest rivalries when Southbridge visits Bartlett. The Frenzy on Charter TV3. The Frenzy is presented by the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia and Bay State Savings Bank.
Man of the Match is sponsored by Interstate Batteries.
All right, man of the match time, and we're going to give two each. It's Thanksgiving. We are in the spirit of giving. And both of my man of the match, it's the dynamic duo at St. John's, Dan Light, Richard Rogers. Dan Light, 198 yards passing, 6 touchdowns, 2.5 sacks on defense. Richard Rogers, 3 touchdowns receiving, 103 yards receiving, also threw a great ball and played his stellar defense as well. So Rogers and Light, my men of the match.
All right, my men of the match. First, Garrett Wilga, offensive MVP for Shepherd Hill in a game that they wanted to keep rolling to get into the playoffs and keep going into the playoffs. Shepherd Hill, Wilga, 176 yards, a touchdown for Shepherd Hill in a win. My other man of the match from Blackstone Valley Tech. We didn't have his numbers posted because we weren't there when he did it all, but Julian Picard, 45-yard touchdown to seal victory with a minute left in this one. Julian Picard, Blackstone Valley Tech, man of the match in a big win over Nipmuc.
All right, we still have more of the Frenzy. This Tuesday, it is the Central Mass playoffs. We will have the playoff edition of the Frenzy Tuesday night, 10:30 p.m. right here on Charter TV3. And so these teams that played today, they don't have a lot of time. The ones that are in the playoffs, it's do a lot of ice over the next 2 days and get ready to play again.
Right, yeah, natural healing techniques over the next couple of days, Kev, for sure. But certainly, you know, you have teams moving on to the playoffs, and you have teams that came out, and today was their Super Bowl. Leominster, one of them, Southbridge, another, and that's just how special Thanksgiving Day is, coming out and getting victories. And Millbury, Brandon Richard, you know, running the ball so strong. David Prouty committing to their undefeated season again today. We have a lot of good storylines heading in to playoffs, and there's a lot of teams down at the bottom of that 1 through 8 that the top teams aren't going to want to face.
Yeah, I think Steve Falconer said it best for Northbridge when he said, this is your legacy. You will build your legacy today. And years from now, yeah, people may know what happened in the playoffs. They may know who won a Super Bowl. But everyone in your town remembers Thanksgiving Day. They remember what you did on Thanksgiving Day. And a lot of teams getting their first win of the year, teams getting their second or third win of the year. But your legacy is made here on Thanksgiving Day. And a lot of kids right now with smiles at home as they eat that Thanksgiving Day turkey.
Yeah, and Sean Mulcahy, for the record, I picked Doherty. Just want
and
to
you
say.
picked wisely. Steve
picked wisely.
Buchalia wanted to get on camera. He didn't get there. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great Thanksgiving Day.
Bison Pride is the feeling that you get when you're with all of your Nichols friends and you're rooting for your team and your school and your community.
Even though we are a smaller school, you feel the big school vibe here.